Via Rail has cancelled all train today from Toronto to Ottawa and from Toronto to Montreal. That's due to a CN freight train derailment yesterday, and it's just another headache for Via after trains were stranded for hours on that corridor Friday night. The CBC's Sarah Jabakonji spoke to some of the passengers.
Exhausted and deflated right before Christmas, train passenger Marlene Musial thought her trip from Kingston to Toronto to see her son would take 2 hours and never anticipated how that timeline would go so off the rails.
You expected to have some delays, understandably, but I don't think anyone bargained for a 21-hour delay.
Via says due to extreme winter weather, 9 trains along the Quebec City-Windsor corridor were immobilized, while another 7 were canceled. The rail company says power outages and fallen trees made it impossible to keep trains moving.
About an hour into the trip, we were delayed, we were slowing down and stopping. At that point, there were no announcements. It was snowing, of course. It's very cold outside. The train is packed.
These are locked.
Passengers on this train were furious. All the bathrooms but one were locked and out of order. They say the one that was working was disgusting.
We run out of food quickly. There's no water. Washrooms are just absolutely abominable.
Via instructed passengers to stay on board, but in this video you can see one passenger who had left the train with luggage in hand. In all, passengers say a couple dozen left and were picked up nearby. In a statement, Via says, "We deeply apologize for this situation. We are continuing to work with our teams and the infrastructure owner to either get those trains moving as quickly as possible or bring them to their final destination with new equipment." But even passengers who made it safely to Union Station weren't over it.
It was terrible. It says that we were on there for 12, but I think we were on there for about 17 to 18 hours.
And I've been here 11 hours waiting for my brother.
That was the CBC's Sarah Jabakonji reporting at Union Station in Toronto.